What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be going over none other than Japanese Tuesday, which we're going to break down all of the tops in BT13 so far. It's been like a week worth of data, so that's pretty cool to see. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it, shall we? So first off, let's take a look at the pie chart as usual. We have Shine Greymon, we have Royal Knights, we have Beelzemon X, Greymon Tribal, Balfourmont, Alphamon, Mirage Galga, Hunters, Ravemon, Gallantmon, Examon, Red Hybrid, followed by Crossheart, Bloom Hydra Quartz as usual, Kentaurismon, Blue Flare, Grandis, and Goramon. The D-Reaper deck, Yellow Hybrid, Chessmon, Machinedramon, Blue Armor, Rosemont. Then we have Leopardmon, which is really interesting to see. Then you have Dark Knightmon, Phoenixmon, Source Removal, which is very interesting, Jessmon, Alter S, and then Filth, aka Edemon time. So let's see what data we're using to show this pie chart, shall we? Out of 119 decks in like a week's time, that's pretty good using this data. Shine Greymon and Royal Knights seem to be the top tier of the format, which is fine. They're kind of just even neck and neck. We'll see how long that lasts, but it's kind of good to see that these two are kind of just there. Beelzemon X at 13 and Greymon Tribal at 13, which shows that they are probably just taking a small backseat because people are just playing new decks. These probably should go up over time, and I wouldn't be surprised if Balfourmont is about 10, goes up as well. It's just purple really ate good this form in the next couple formats. Purple really got some good support. Then you have like Alphamon and Mirage Galgamon. That is pretty good there. And then, you know, the other stuff. But it looks like the format's actually a little bit healthier than what we've seen in the past. There seems to be at least a good amount of decks that it's not like one-sided at the moment, but we'll have to look back from now till then. So let's take a look at, first off, we're going to use the Evo Cup's first place deck, and that was really interesting to see, Alphamon taking the lead, and it's really good to see. The reason for this is what's really nasty about the combo this person was doing was using Alphamon here because of its way of preventing. So all turns when the Digimon would leave the battlefield. Nope. On play, when Digivolving, by placing one Digimon card with X antibody or Royal Knights trace from your trash under the Digimon as a bottom Digi-Evolution card until the end of your opponent's turn. Your opponent's Digimon with a play cost 10 or more can attack. But what they did they not play Kongu? I thought they had Kongu in the list. Did they? Oh, they did. I picked Breath of the Gods. My bad. So, Kongu. My bad. So, let's fix that up. So with Kongu, they would make it so 7 or less can attack a player. So with both Alphamon plus this, what happens in this situation? Can you tell me? You basically can only attack with 8s and 9s. And that means your ultimates have to swing in. And how likely is your ultimates actually going to survive this? Not very often, and only decks like X Antibody can really just guaranteedly safely swing in with no worries. And the reason why I'm saying that is because then they can Digivolve up in mid-combat, you know, because it's originally a 8,008 play cost. So then that X Antibody, while you originally declared the attack, it's the legal target, you can Digivolve up, and then boom, you get over some of these preventative effects. But that is really tough here. You know, you need to be 8 and 9 play cost, and there's not many 9 play costs. It's really basically 8Ks, so if your deck is not modified for it, you're really just having some issues. But I like that they teched in Senzorimon, Senorizamon, because of the extra security check. Really does apply some damage there. And, you know, they do have the extra boosts from the Dorugas. And, you know, the deck's Doruga is still valued. Cool Boy at 4 is crazy, but, you know, that's just how this deck's going to go. And just Alphamon being able to put a source underneath by himself is huge. So I think that's just a lot of this. And then when this Digimon would leave battle area by effect by placing one X antibody or Royal Nitrates from this Digievolution card to the bottom of the owner's deck, prevent it from leaving play. The only thing that it doesn't get around is basically minusing DP, because that's a game mechanic. It's going to constantly try to check it. So if he were to try to bounce it, put it into security, anything like that, he has a protection skill for that. So I expect Alphamon to come in more and more, if not more, once it comes down to our side. But for now, that's just kind of how it looks like. And then Rosemont taking in an offline weekly held by Headquarters Hobby Card Games on February 25th. So 14 participants, really nice. So let's see what Burst Mode's got for you guys. So all in all, just basically, plants, what you would expect for a Bloom Hydra Quartz deck. But instead, they're going with Rosemont here. So when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, or Tamers, suspend this Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. So it allows a little small multi-attacking. But also, when an opponent's Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer. So it's a nice trade-off. You can get some nice control value there. And then, even with Rosemont Burst Mode, by Burst Digievolution one of your Rosemonts by returning one Yoshino in play to its owner's hand at the end of turn, trash the top of this Digimon. So basically, Burst Mode goes back to its original form, which we don't mind. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and one of their Tamers. All your opponent's Digimon and Tamers do not suspend until the end of their next turn. So that's huge. But when attacking, for every 2 suspended Digimon or Tamer your opponent has in play, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Basically, Rosemont is a mini Quartzmon, so that's why you only play 1 Quartzmon and 2 Rosemont in this deck. But all in all, the deck's going to do what it wants. It's going to control the board. It's a more control-based green deck, which, if you're a control player, this is up your alley, very much so. And, you have Lilamon, and so when Digivolving, you may play 1 Yoshino from your hand without paying its play cost. In your turn, while your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, gain security +1. And, you have the Flowermon. By suspending this, you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card with varying its traits from your hand by paying its Digivolution cost. And then when you would Digivolve, reduce it by 2. But you also use, Kokomon, because that added, when an effect suspends one of your Digimon, draw a card. You're doing this a lot. This is going to just gain you card advantage. But all in all, the deck is very powerful, even with the new Yoshino setting you to 3. When one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of its traits by suspending this Tamer, gain a memory. It's just really powerful, all in all. I think this deck has a lot of potential, can apply a lot of pressure, and your opponent really needs to answer this deck pretty quickly. So let's see if this leads up. But I figured it would be fun to talk a little bit more on the lower end decks before we start talking heavily into the bigger ends. Then we do have Edemon, King of the Swag Monkey Comet, Royal Knight 7, Great Demon King. I'm not afraid to congratulate you on winning. It's fun to see decks like this because people don't really get to see, Edemon do things. But the new King Edemon, all turns when another Digimon with Edemon or Sukamon in its name is deleted, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP and security -1 until the opponent's turn. So this is a very nice trade-off. An opponent's turn, all your Digimon with Edemon and Sukamon in their name gain blocker and cannot be returned to hand or deck. So being able to get around Blue's bounce mechanics is huge. And, Edemon's just going to do Edemon things. This Edemon's going to reduce the Digivolution cost when you would Digivolve into an Edemon. So this becomes 4, this becomes 2, this becomes 2, this becomes 2. What's really nasty is you're going to use this Edemon, revealing the top 5 of your deck. You may, on its on deletion, play 1 level 6 Edemon in its name among them without paying its memory cost. Place your main cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So we have plenty of nice Edemon targets now. We got this one that can't be blocked, but also gains a little bit of DP boost. We have this one that basically on play or when Digivolving gets to play a body. So that's really good. Then you have Metal Edemon. We already talked about King. For each card with Edemon in its name in your trash, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. And then on deletion, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. That's really good. And all in all, just really good. Platinum Sukamon, this is just another card for Digivolution when you delete. But when this Digimon would be deleted, it has the Sukumon clause. You can just pop your own Digimon to, you know, make your King Edemon stay on board a little bit more. So stuff like this really showing potential and deck design. And I know players are going to want to be ready for this deck. So guys, what did you think of the list that I pulled up? What do you guys think what are your favorite decks so far of the BT13 that you've been seeing? And I know this is week 1, but hey, this is a lot of information to take in. So let's get into the videos, and hopefully you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.